Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Welcome to June. And in June, we're going to entering a new segment of Aquarian stage that's related to war, to violence, and all that. I mean, I'm not a big fan of violence, but it's part of the language, part of the culture. I guess it's a shared humanity, the story of humans killing humans, using horses as their war partners, a war machine. And so horse was part of this bloody history. So we have to face it. So today, decapitate. Okay, a heavy loaded word. How Chinese express that? You can see 斩 is this is simplified, and we only have a car and or vehicle there, and we have a 斤. Jin in today's language is a unit of measurement. It's kind of half of a kilogram converted. So this is a Chinese weight measurement, and it's equivalent to 500 grams. So we have traditional Chinese that has a more elaborate rendering of the chariot, which was used not only as a transportation but as a war machine. Ancient times, a war machine, I guess, equivalent to the tank after the industrialization that we can, arm ourselves to use metal. But this chariot was powered by horses. That's why it's related to the horse age. Okay, and the right side, even if it's in today's language, it's a unit of measurement of weight. But in back then, if you look at this, it means axe. It means chopping off a piece of wood or something. Okay, so it's the axe served as this separation physically of something. So it can be a pretty powerful weapon as well. And since today, this character, this 斩 means decapitate. But in ancient times, this character, since we have a chariot, according to scholars, the ancient practice of killing people is not just decapitate. That would be too easy. It would be too merciful for the sinned or the criminal or whoever the authority decides warrant killing. So capital punishment was a thing back then. And Chinese, this character originally means somebody was pulled by horses of all four limbs and probably the head as well. We have 5 horses separate the corpse. So we can only imagine that would be the cruelest thing, a very painful way to go, because it's not like chopping off your head. It's like 1 second and then you're gone. It's a slow, painful. I cannot imagine, but we have this carriage imagery. We have the spokes of the wheel and spokes, and then we have the stoppers of the spokes. So that means it's related to something on wheels, and if it's related to something on wheels, so that wheel was pulled by horses, and then this axe probably serves as a warning of the result of that is death, and I guess eventually this, because that's a painful way to execute somebody, but it's also a costly way. You have to find 5 horses, and it probably would serve as a function to scare people, to scare the population that you don't commit the same crime and to went through that painful process. But the way to execute it is still quite elaborate. So eventually this 5 horse thing got simplified to just decapitate. Okay. 不从令者斩. So we have to read it of this 不从令者. So 者 we talked about, it's equivalent to the coding language as deaf. So definition is like whatever descriptors put in front of this definition thing is the 11. So instead of create a noun, we create a descriptor of what is this about. So almost like a definition, you want to create a function's name, and then you want to describe, put the best descriptor. Short and succinct way to say what's happening here, what that function is. So same way in Chinese, we use zhe to tell you we're trying to define what is this, but it's not a common thing, so that we create a special word for it. But we create this definition to it. So 不从令者 means not follow other people. So in English, order is people who do not follow the orders. Okay, so this is a definition. I guess in other ways, it's supposed to be lawbreakers or outlaws in, if we put it in a one word English. So Chinese would define it as 不从令者, and then the result is 斩, beheaded. That's their consequence. 斩草, 斩草, 斩草除根. Okay. The reason why it's kind of a tongue twister for me because 斩 is ZH. We have to curl of tongue. And then 草 is spelled as CAN. That's our pronunciation marker, but it pronounced as it's not curl your tongue. So there is this curl, not curl, immediately after each other. So it gets twisting. 斩草除根. It means you are going to behead the grass, so cut the grass, and 除根, you remove the root. So here, we're actually not talking about, your lawn management, not the landscaping. 斩草除根 actually means if you want to punish or not inflict pain, but if you want to get rid of someone, it's not just that one person. You get rid of the whole bloodline. From the 草, like their servants or people who growing in that area, their neighbors maybe, but most likely, if it's neighbors, most likely it shares the same bloodline. So 斩草 means the offsprings, the neighbors, or whoever are related to that surname, that person, and 除根, remove the root. So remove the root means you uproot the whole clan. So you not just kill one, you kill the whole community of that person came from. So that's how, I guess, I'm not sure if this is a government behavior, but if we have this in our language, that almost like in a gangster movie, that if you have this two clans having a fight, you're going to remove the whole clan, because if you leave somebody there, you are going to get revenged and things are going to cycle through. And so probably somebody rationalized, like you not just kill one, you kill the whole supporting system where that person came from. So we use 斩草除根 to express that. 斩钉截铁. Okay, I got it right this time. So you behead that nail. So oftentimes we, the nail in our contemporary, I guess it's still analog era of, we'll have this long, sharp end, and then we'll have a nail head, right? So here we're talking about behead that nail, and the 截铁, so cut the iron in half. 斩钉截铁 doesn't mean a process in a I guess a metalwork or black or what do you call it, metalsmith. It's not talking about a craftsmanship. 斩钉截铁 actually talks about somebody who decisively want to do something, and their will is so strong to do that. And they're going to just take action, even if at a moment from, observer's point of view, this looks crazy, but that person made up their mind and they're going to execute that. And it feels to other people almost like they are beheading the nail and split the iron uh, rod in half, something like that. As we're using the nail and iron, this super, I guess, hard to break things, to mean you're breaking them, beheading them, to show the power of will, how strongly or decisively you want to take an action of certain direction. All right. So here to capture what 斩 decapitate, because this is a bloody thing and we don't want to make it too bloody. Here is Thaw. I think it's called Thaw. It's a black metal band that I encourage you to search it out, Mira, and this is their album released in 2024, album art. And you probably will feel beheaded while you're listening to their song. It's super heavy, and I'm not going to say it's my taste. It's definitely eye-opening because visual, linguistic, and audio, that all that different sensories of us gave us access to a certain emotions, things we don't have to live through in real life ourselves. We can experience in art, and they definitely push the what our nervous system can take. And this music they put on this art of beheading moment. It's kind of bloody, it's violent, and just like music, they're kind of send out a certain message over there. So check it out. 斩 decapitate. Thank you for your time. See you another day.